let's start off with suburbs that are under 500k. And the first one I want to mention, it's one that I do look at quite a lot, is a suburb in the north called Corio. So for those that don't know, it's about 10 minutes north of the CBD, and it's not far from the Avalon Airport either. It's between basically Norlane and Lara. That's where it is. Now, Corio, years and years ago, it used to be quite a heavy housing commission suburb. Probably not as heavy as Norlane, but a fairly heavy one. But in sort of the 2000s, a lot of that got sold off. So, look, the suburb doesn't have much public housing anymore either. So, look, sure, there is maybe about 12, 13, 14% in there, but there's not that much left. And it's really, should I say, in specific pockets. Some pockets are basically full of it, and it's a very few pockets, and others are actually perfectly fine. You wouldn't know it. But despite the noise, a lot of pockets are done very well. So this is just literally off domain. So you'll see between 96 and 2023 here, a property's gone from 67k to 555k. It's almost 9xing basically. It's some crazy numbers there. But, you know, people wouldn't think that, but there's genuinely pockets that will continue to do this over the long term. And I mean, if you're picking up something at like 450 to 500,000 that's brick, and you have to do little work and rent it out, I don't know really where you can go wrong. So it's a great deal, to be honest. So just consider Corio if you've got under 500k, especially if it's your first home. That's an absolute max you can do, because it's going to help you longer term. Look, another suburb, look, I could have gone with, you know, somewhere like maybe Norlane, somewhere maybe like Whittington, but, you know, Norlane's probably not a bad option in some pockets, but I didn't want to go with Whittington because it's just a little bit too far out of town, and it's, you know, it's towards Grovedale and further south. There's a lot of new estates going in there, and there's quite a lot of land there, so it's not good. So the suburb I'm going to mention is a suburb called Thompson. Now, for people that don't know Thompson, it actually neighbours East Geelong. It's in a very, very good location. It's only about like 3 or 4k to the CBD. It's very close, but it does still have a bit of public housing. But again, it's predominantly in one whole area of the suburb. And for people that don't know, do not buy in this suburb, because it's a really specific pocket and you need to avoid that pocket at all costs, okay? But you're still picking up properties in Thompson, I mean a touch under 500k, and you can still get brick for new homes as well, which is insane. But if you look at the suburb here, this is where it is. So that literally neighbours East Geelong and South of Geelong. Then you got Newcombe just to the obviously sort of southeastern side of it. So it's just incredible. Like, you can walk, I mean, to a lot of the places that you can probably even walk to literally the stadium in Geelong from there, and the Botanic Gardens, which is awesome. I mean, a bike ride gets you basically everywhere you need to go anyway. Just be careful where you're buying in the suburb, because again, there are pockets that I would avoid at all costs. So please be careful if you're thinking of buying in Thompson. Please reach out. You must know what you're talking about. Simple as that.